Looking for healthy, guilt-free snacks? Kelkin makes the healthy choice the easy choice.
I'm Elsa Jones. I'm a nutritional therapist, and each week I, along with my team of experts, will be tackling the most common health issues affecting the nation in new and challenging ways.
It's not something you can go and talk to a friend, you know, because it's not the bloke thing. You can't go down to the pub to your mates, here, listen lads, I can't have kids, like, you're not something you talk over a few pints, like, you know.
When other people around us end up pregnant, having kids, it seems so easy for them. It's quite frustrating. It's why them, why not us?
Yeah, very hard emotions, like, that I felt. Sadness, it was anger, you know, humiliation.
It just doesn't seem fair.
Coming up this week, we're looking at the huge and very emotive subject of fertility. The ability to get pregnant is something that most of us take as a given. However, current trends suggest it's no longer something we can afford to take for granted. Increasing numbers are finding it difficult to conceive. In fact, infertility affects 1 in every 6 couples in Ireland.
In order to get pregnant, an egg must release from your ovary, pass through your tube, into your womb and be fertilised by the sperm. If there's a problem anywhere along the way in that passage, there's going to be a problem. In women, by far and away, the commonest is lack of ovulation, in other words, not releasing an egg. Second one would probably block fallopian tubes, where the tube from which the egg passes down into the womb from the ovaries becomes blocked by either infection or inflammation. In men, it's very simply, are they producing sperm at all? Because some men don't produce sperm. Have they got a reduction in the number of their sperm and the quality of their sperm? They would be the really common ones.
Karen and Thomas McCluskey have been trying to conceive for a number of years without success. Previous tests have revealed that while Karen is ovulating, Thomas has a lower than normal sperm count.
The investigation so far has included the likes of blood tests and semen analysis. I've had a lap and dye done, but unfortunately, although good and bad, it actually hasn't come up with any definite answers as to why we haven't conceived to date.
We've sent Thomas for a more comprehensive sperm analysis, but while we await the results, I want to show them that they need to radically overhaul their lifestyle if they are going to conceive either naturally or through IVF. Later, I'll be introducing Karen and Thomas to 2 complementary forms of therapy that can assist couples who are trying to conceive. But first, I want to show them the central role that nutrition plays in fertility.
So I'm on my way to Thomas and Karen's house to help them get their diet into baby-making shape, so to speak. I really want to convince them that their diet and their lifestyle choices could be having a direct impact on their ability to conceive. I really think that they can increase their chances of success, but as long as they're prepared to make some sacrifices and to make some changes.
I think by looking at a couple's nutritional intake, we can sometimes circumnavigate the need to proceed directly to advanced reproductive technologies. So the basic building blocks of sperm and egg are positively affected by your daily nutritional intake.
Sperm takes 3 months to make, and any lack of nutrients, be it zinc or vitamin C or essential fats, means not such healthy chances. And for a woman, the egg takes a month to fully mature. So that month before conception is absolutely vital.
The knock-on effects of poor lifestyle choices can have a seriously detrimental effect on a couple's fertility. Not only do Karen and Thomas struggle with high stress levels, they are also both overweight, smoke, and get little or no exercise.
Too much body fat can disrupt reproductive hormones. Losing even between 5 and 10% of body fat can actually have a dramatic effect. It can help boost ovulation and regulate menstrual cycles. So I'm really going to focus on weight with you. Has anyone ever spoken to you or highlighted that weight might be having an impact on things?
Not really. It's like diet changes.
Diet change, but that wasn't in regards to losing weight. It was just, you know, maybe not eating the right things. No, about losing weight. No.
Definitely, it's something that we're going to address together. Another key thing that, again, jumped out at me is the smoking. Smoking can actually increase a woman's reproductive age, so to speak, by about 10 years.
Whoa.
Jeez.
It can have a massive effect on sperm health. The amount of toxicity that smoking creates in the body has a knock-on effect on every organ. Naturally, it is going to have an impact on your health, which subsequently is going to have an impact on your fertility.
Yeah.
I'm going to be making some big changes in your diet. I may be asking you to spend a little bit more in the supermarket and buying good quality food. And I guess it's a case of you have to ask yourself, who would you rather pay, the grocer or the doctor? So we're going to be focusing very specifically on nutrition for fertility. And in order to talk to you about various vitamins and minerals that are key to fertility, I'm going to get you guys to take me through your regular food shop.
Oh no.
Will you do that for me?
Oh, I'm gonna have
I
to.
can lie a little.
No. There'll be no lie.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi, Oz.
You didn't scarf her away on me.
No.
Okay, what I'm going to get you to do, very simple. I'm going to get you to grab a trolley and just do a normal food shop, all
No
right?
cheating then, no?
No cheating, no cheating.
What the guys don't know is that while they're busy stocking up on their usual foods like processed meats, microwave meals and sugary snacks, I'm also filling a trolley, but with the types of foods they should be buying to help boost their fertility.
We're going back, you always get the chocolates. No cheating, you were told. No cheating.
First impression?
Quite different. Nothing like what we usually...
Nowhere near, I'd say. Nowhere near. Yes.
Don't worry, I'm going to be taking you under my wing and I'm going to be giving you ways to incorporate this food into your diet. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds are going to become your friends. So instead of snacking on the likes of nachos and crisps, it's going to be pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds all the way. And the reason is because they're packed full of zinc. Studies prove that basically even short-term deficiencies of zinc can have an effect on sperm health. Now, red meat is also another really good source of zinc. It's also a good source of crucial B vitamins, which are really important for fertility, and iron. 1 in 3 Irish women are actually low in iron. And if you're low in iron, it means that it could affect your ovulation. And I'm going to be introducing you as well to vegetable sources of iron, so things like beans and lentils. Don't be scared. I will be teaching you ways to make them really tasty and make really, really nice dinners out of them. The liver is one of the most important organs for hormone regulation. There are some big no-nos when it comes to the liver. Give us a guess what you think may be affecting your liver, Thomas.
Beer.
Beer. Got it in one. How many cans do you reckon you're averaging a week?
About 24.
Now, as much as 40% of male subfertility is blamed on excess alcohol consumption. So we're going to have to get you to cut down considerably on the beer. The types of fats found in things like pizzas, crackers, biscuits, baked goods is a very unhealthy, nasty form of fat. So you've got things like hydrogenated fats, you've got trans fats, and trans fats actually do interfere with fertility. So we're going to be swapping these types of fats with the really good sources of fats, okay? So things like avocados, nuts, seeds, and salmon. Your fertility in the reproductive system, it needs to be nourished, and it needs to be nourished with good fats. We are going to have to really, really up the fruit and the veg, okay? So you see here, I've got a really kind of wide variety of different coloured fruits and vegetables. And what they contain is antioxidant vitamins like vitamin C, which actually protects sperm health. As well, garlic contains a really powerful antioxidant called selenium, which boosts both male and female health and again, looks after sperm health. So although garlic might leave you with bad breath, the irony is it is going to actually boost your reproductive health.
Just have to stock up on the old toothpaste and mouthwash, I guess.
Coming up in part 2, Karen and Thomas find out how acupuncture has helped countless couples to achieve their dream, and they learn how some unusual mind-body techniques could help them conceive.
We're doing something about it.
Yeah, deep breath.
Looking for a healthy breakfast? Kelkin makes the healthy choice the easy choice. Looking for reliable vitamins? Kelkin makes the healthy choice the easy choice. In part 1, I met Karen and Thomas McCluskey, a couple struggling with infertility. I showed them how changing their diet and lifestyle could have a positive effect on their chances of conceiving. Now I want to introduce them to 2 complementary therapies that are gaining acceptance in the wider medical community.
At present in Ireland, there is no true link between those offering medical IVF fertility treatments and those offering complementary or holistic therapies. It should be, in my opinion, an integrated medical approach, incorporating nutrition, dietary advice, psychological treatments, and, of course, looking at acupuncture and other holistic therapies. That would be the way forward for many couples, and avoiding, in many cases, the need for advanced reproductive treatments such as IVF.
The beauty of acupuncture is it really helps to optimize your chance of conceiving. I would have between a 70 and 80% success rate. With those who haven't done any fertility treatment, it would probably be even higher.
In the last 20 years, Karen Costin has helped numerous couples become pregnant through acupuncture. Karen and Thomas are hopeful that alongside the other changes they're making, it may do the same for them.
It's not just looking at one thing and saying that's wrong. It's looking at everything and it's trying to help everything. Diet, exercising, mental health, everything. It's basically just taking everything and saying, right, listen, there could be a link missing here, here, here and here. And putting it onto one, and maybe if it does all add up, you know, the end result could be the best thing ever.
The way that we're going to work with the acupuncture is I'll be able to determine from taking your pulses where the meridians or the channels of energy that run through all the different organs, where they're blocked. And by releasing those blockages, it's going to optimize your overall health so that your body will start to heal itself.
This process should not only help increase sperm production, but also help regulate what's known as basal body temperature, which is simply our body temperature after prolonged rest. This can be a key factor in the period after ovulation if a pregnancy is to occur.
A woman's body temperature will change up to 20,000 times in a 24-hour period, and they can now establish exactly when a woman is ovulating from her basal body temperature. When the progesterone is released after you've ovulated, it causes the basal body temperature to rise to a certain temperature. And in order to sustain a pregnancy, it needs to stay at that temperature for up to 14 days. You see how this is going up and down here? Yeah. What we'll see is, as we treat you with the acupuncture, the basal body temperature will start to sustain. And that's going to optimize your chances of conceiving.
Karen uses a form of acupuncture known as 5-element acupuncture. One of the main differences between this and the acupuncture most of us are familiar with is that the needles are not left in the body during treatment.
You'll find me taking the pulses right through the treatment, before and after needling, because we'll be looking at what state the energy is in, and then we'll needle points and then go back as a reference point to see how the treatment has impacted on the meridians. The stomach meridian starts actually here and travels all the way right down through the reproductive area, right down the leg, and ends here. So even though we're treating points down here, we're actually affecting change here. This meridian is called the conception vessel, and the conception vessel is a very deep pathway which connects through to all the other meridians. So needling these points is going to really help the ovaries to function more efficiently. Take a deep breath in and out. If you think of the body as having a sort of an electrical circuit board, and each circuit runs through an organ, if one of those circuits is blocked, it's going to have an impact on all the other circuits, which means that the body is not going to be working efficiently. We've got to establish where the links are that are blocked, that are stopping the equilibrium from being achieved. Those pulses have come up, actually.
I feel it myself, actually, yeah.
So guys, how did you find the acupuncture?
Absolutely brilliant, totally relaxing. I feel this can really have a big impact on us conceiving eventually.
Good. What about
Yeah, feel very loose afterwards, you know. Feel very good at, you know, this is really going to be a good part where I'm going to enjoy about this whole experience.
Good. Glad to hear it. One of the things that you have spoken to me before about is some of the emotional stresses and negative thoughts that have naturally built up as part of this process. So the third form of therapy that I've chosen to introduce you to addresses those issues.
Stress has a massive effect upon fertility. I mean, for one thing, the stress hormones produced in the adrenal gland called cortisol are made from the same raw material that we make the sex hormones, progesterone and particularly estrogen. So, and testosterone, which by the way controls your desire for sex. So if a person's under a lot of stress, they often channel the raw material away from making the necessary sex hormones towards making the stress hormones. So stress both makes you less wanting, you know, of conceiving and also less likely to conceive.
Aisling Killorn is an experienced psychotherapist and hypnotherapist who helps couples achieve a positive mental and emotional state conducive to pregnancy. She uses a wide range of holistic therapies to help couples balance the conflicting emotions that are part and parcel of infertility.
It can put pressure on us, but we do realise at the end of it that we're not snapping at each other, we're not getting annoyed at each other, we're getting annoyed at the situation and how we can't control it.
And you know, it's why. You know, what did I actually do wrong in this life? You know, that's the question to go through your head. And it's very hard when there's no one to turn around and answer them for you. It does put a strain.
The main healing therapies that Aisling wants Karen and Thomas to practice on a regular basis are called emotional freedom techniques. Whilst it may look somewhat unorthodox, it can have an almost instant and positive effect.
Give me one fear for you that's the most strongest.
Fear that we won't have kids.
Yeah, we don't have kids.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, where are you with that?
That's
10.
top,
10.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite you to copy me. So I'm going to tap on the side of your hand. Either hand will do. So even though we have this fear,
Even though we have this fear,
that we won't have kids,
that we won't have kids,
we're doing the best that we can do.
we're doing the best we can do.
Okay, on top of your head. It's a fear we won't have kids.
There's a fear we won't have kids.
Over your eyes, we have this fear that we won't have kids.
We have this fear that we won't have kids.
Side your eyes, we're doing something about it.
We're doing something about it.
Under your eyes, we're doing something about it.
We're doing something about it.
Side of your hand, we're doing something about it.
We're doing something about it.
Okay, and deep breath. On a scale of 0 to 10, where are you now?
3.
Yeah.
3?
Cool. Yeah, about 3, yeah. Well, that's a bit out there.
It's good, isn't it? It's out there, totally. It's so good. It's really, really good. It's
How
excellent.
does that work?
Normally when you have a negative thought, it creates a discomfort in the body. So it manifests itself as either a lump in your throat or a tightness in your chest or like knots in your stomach. So when you address the thoughts that are there along with the feelings, and you tap along, these are major meridians in the body we're tapping on. So when you tap into them, it basically changes the energy and it unblocks the blocks that are there that are stopping you from moving forward. There's lots more of these, and we will certainly be working through them just to get you into a really good space as well, so that you know that no matter what the outcome is, you've done the best that you can do to get yourself into in a really good, state of mind and body as well.
As mentioned earlier, we sent Thomas off for a sperm analysis before he and Karen embarked on any of our health recommendations. I wanted to find out the results of that test and if they feel the lifestyle changes they're making will have a positive effect on their future prospects.
So guys, I believe the latest sperm analysis has come back and the news unfortunately wasn't good.
No, not good at all. There was nothing there.
Was it a big shock?
Yeah, knocked me back a bit.
Yeah.
But there's an awful lot of factors involved in why it is I'm not actually producing sperm. Could be chromosomes, hormones. There's so many things as to why I'm not. We're still waiting on results back, so I mean, it's not the end of the world, kind of like, No, we're hopeful,
In terms of the changes that you've made to your lifestyle, you literally have done a 360.
Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You actually open our fridge and see loads of fruit and veg.
Yeah,
and there's not enough room for it.
That's what I like to hear. I know that you've both lost a huge amount of weight.
Yeah, 2.5 stone.
2.5 stone.
And
And you're down, what, a stone?
Just about a stone, yeah. Yeah, in or around the stone mark.
And through the combination of the nutrition and the acupuncture and stress management techniques, do you feel that you've learned how to cope with the stress of what you're going through?
Often, oh yes, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without these people, without Cardin and Aisling and yourself, the diet, we wouldn't have got through this. I mean, the news I got No man wants to hear that news. No man. Like, I probably would have gone off the rails hearing that.
Those results could have caused an awful lot of problems, and it would cause an awful lot of problems for any couple.
You know, the support team we have there is just being fantastic. I think men should cop on, you know, really.
Men need to know that
Yeah,
they need to get
know, yeah, exactly, you know what I mean? You know,
They need to be involved in the whole process
everything,
a hell of a lot more.
everything.
And they need to get themselves checked out.
Yeah, big time.
A lot of the time men don't realise that their reproductive health needs to be checked
exactly.
out, and it needs to be protected and looked after.
Exactly, you know.
Do you feel happy that you've made these lifestyle changes so that you're in the best possible
Oh,
position?
without a doubt.
Well, even if, I mean, worst case scenario
Yeah.
that we need to go down an IVF route, or the likes of your sperm donor, which we have agreed we're not
We're
going to
not going to do that.
But if we need to go down those routes, what us doing the diet or acupuncture or overall mind, body and health, it's given us a better opportunity that we only need to do it once if we have to do it. The amount of information out there to help couples in our position is unbelievable. The amount of people and options out there is unbelievable.
I think now you're in the best possible place, kind of physically, mentally,
yeah,
emotionally, no matter what the outcome is, to kind of be strong on the journey ahead.
That's it. As Ashley always says, we're doing something about it. We're doing something that we actually feel positive about, and we're getting there. We're never going to stop trying, like, you know. But at least we have knowledge now, and knowledge is power.
Exactly.
Something we never had before.
Coming up next week, we tackle the growing controversy surrounding food intolerances. Are they fact or fiction? Tune in to find out.
I've had numerous laparoscopies, gastroscopies, I've had my appendix removed, I've had my gallbladder removed, and there is nothing there that they can find.
For more advice from any of the experts featured on the programme, log on to www.howhealthyareYou.ie. Looking for healthy choices? Kelkin makes the healthy choice the easy choice.